What's up, Hedgehog Maniacs and Doki Fanatics? Sonic17 here. As you can see, I am back with more Doki Doki Blue Skies, which is a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like this right now, but I'm still hurting on the inside from what happened the last time I played. What happened to Natsuki? It's like, I know it's not just me. I know some of you guys are Natsuki fans as well. It's just, when you see a favorite Doki, I'm sorry, I can't even explain it, but there is a reason why I'm coming back here. I noticed that there was something about Monika. Hold, let me head for the extras and I'll show it to you. It says, they know that players are disappointed by the exclusion of Monika. So here are the Monika scenes that unfortunately couldn't make it into the completed mod. What that means is that Monika had to be cut from the main story. But I am gonna go through all of them. I don't know if this is gonna be done in one recording, but since we're closing in, since we're basically at the 3-year anniversary of Doki Doki Literature Club, I figure I'd do Monika's route and everything in the extras. Time to go to Monika's first exclusive, which means time to dive in. Let's do it to it. Here we go. All right. I guess that everyone already has their pre-established routines here. I kind of like to talk to someone, but I wouldn't want to bother anyone either. It's always been hard to fit in with a group that's been together a while, at least when you first try to join. The difference between the levels of familiarity usually make things a bit awkward. Although I can't complain much, these girls have been far more welcoming than they need to be. Plus, sneak a peek over at Monika Sayuri, who is still talking animatedly. Sayuri's chattering on, waving her arms around eagerly to make some sort of point. Meanwhile, Monika looks on with a thoughtful expression. I catch a few snippets of their conversation. Monika seems really lame compared to the other clubs, though. I guess the Literature Club really doesn't have too much going for it at the moment. But then, I've always been part of the Go Home Club myself, so I can't speak much about it. Believe it or not, guys, there's actually a mod called Go Home Club. I've actually played it. You should check it out for yourselves. I can't really remember how it went, but I did play it. But anyway, it's truly a stroke of luck that the one club I managed to join had Monika presiding over it. To be fair, she's way out of my league, but it doesn't hurt to get to hang around the second year's idol. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think anyone really knew that she was the president of the Literature Club, myself included. Which is kind of strange, considering how she's always been at the forefront of all of her activities. I'm pretty sure that she's the captain of the girls' tennis team, and as she said yesterday, she was the president of the main club last year. Jeez, I just realized, president of a huge and active club as a first year? Only Monika could pull something off like that. Sorry. But, jeez. If she was able to do that in high school as the first year, I'm just wondering what she was able to do in middle school. Hey, don't get any ideas, guys. Monika or anything, as much as I used to. Well, like I said, just wish she would lighten up on the poses. But then she quit the debate club for this one. I guess she didn't publicize it on purpose to avoid anyone joining the club just to hang around her. Not a bad idea, even though this club just barely makes the cutoff in its number of members. Each and every one of these girls is enthusiastic about literature. Quality over quantity, after all. True. Just goes to show, Monika's truly passionate about this club. Wait, I'm one of those members now. Gotta step up my game. That is, if I had one. Speaking of games, I pull my phone out of my bag and turn it on, looking around to check if anyone's paying attention. They're all absorbed in whatever they're doing. Good. Now I can check my game for the daily rewards. Maybe even finish a quest or two while I got nothing to do. I really should be doing something literature related, but well, to be fair, this game is like half visual novel, half RPG. Emphasis on the novel part, that's literature enough, right? What are you supposed to be? Who are you supposed to be now? Shiro? I'll just do something productive after one quest. One tiny, simple quest. Just one. Just one more archdevil to slay. Then I'll have enough skins to finish up this godforsaken fetch quest and have the horns for the travel quest down the line. And I think he's been at this for minutes. I don't think it was a tiny quest. Plus I got some demon eyes from all that senseless killing. Oh, the crafting possibilities that opens. I swear that there used to be more archdevils spawned in this area though. Don't tell me we're hunting them to extinction or something. I'll just have to wait a bit for them to respawn, I guess. Or maybe I should switch over to my main account and trade for those last skins I need on this account. Do you have to do that? Do you have to interrupt MC like that with that pose? Don't give that angry look, Monika. Sometimes I wonder. X. I jumped and guiltily look around. A lot of time seems to have passed. Enough that Monika and Sayori have apparently finished their conversation. I really have no self-control, do I? Apparently not, MC. Hey, Monika. What's up? I thought you joined this club to get into literature, not play games on your phone. Jeez, I'm not trying to be your mom, but you need some discipline. Haha, yeah. Sorry, I just got caught up in it. It's sort of addicting. I mean, they kinda designed the game to be addicting, so... Excuses. She probably thinks I'm some kind of no-life otaku now. Not that she'd be wrong, but... Well, if you're not going to do anything constructive with your time right now, why don't you help me out? I said stop doing that! I got a ton of work to do today, and I really appreciate it. Having to do work isn't too bad of a payoff to get to see Monika's irresistible smile. Seriously, dude? Aren't you not aware that she's doing that pose right now? Besides, I'm not doing anything anyway. My game can wait. Probably. Sure thing. What do you need me to do? As I say that I stretch and stand up and stretch, wincing as my legs tingle from pins and needles. Well, for one thing, could you read these papers for me while I get out my laptop? I nod and she hands me a thick sheaf of papers. Oh man, I really don't envy her position. She must have to do so much paperwork. Monika sits down in the seat next to me, pulling a sleek silver laptop out of her school bag. Huh, I thought that laptops weren't allowed to be used in school buildings.
No, they aren't. I talked to my teacher and they gave me permission to use it after I proved that they could trust me with it. It really does make work a lot more efficient, you know?
Man, you really aren't a normal high school student, are you?
It's just a matter of saying a good proceed that for yourself in the teacher's eyes. Anyway, you're not the one to talk. You're not allowed to use cell phones at school buildings either.
I mean, can you say that that's a rule? I mean, can you say that a rule is broken when there's no one around to enforce the rules?
That doesn't even make sense.
You know, like the tree falling down when no one's around to hear a thing? Monika gives me a stern expression at first, but it quickly breaks down with a giggle.
It's no wonder you never got to those your subjects, given the amount of time you spent playing around.
Hey, I do some work sometimes. You know what they say? Always hire lazy people because they'll finish what they have to do in the quickest and most efficient way possible. Or something like that.
You see, that's why you don't get these privileges. You have to work on the things you want.
A sigh escapes from her lips as she powers on her laptop.
I have to admit, working hard isn't all that fun though.
Don't you ever do random fun things in your free time? Like any hobbies besides tennis, I mean? A hint of a blush slowly develops on her face.
Like what?
Sorry, I forgot you probably don't have a lot of downtime. But yeah, like playing video games, watching shows, drawing. Oh, reading too. Anything that acts as stress relief.
I have to say reading and writing then. Given that I'm in the school's literature club, I play the piano as well.
Well, those hobbies are pretty fitting for a top student. I sneak a peek at Monika's laptop screen once she's logged in. The background looks like a default one, with swirls of gentle blues and greens filling the screen. There aren't many icons, just the typical internet and productivity ones. There's a single folder labeled School, breaking up the default icons. Suffice to say, her desktop is exceedingly sparse. You don't use your laptop much, huh?
Not really. Mostly just for schoolwork and things like that.
I'm basically the total opposite. I can spend hours surfing the internet. An almost wistful expression appears on her face.
You don't have much going on for you, do you?
Tough of schoolwork and clubs and stuff? I guess not. Which is another reason why I'm glad that I'm in the literature club now. It's stopping me from just whiling the days away. It gives me a purpose.
I'm really glad for that, Sanyex.
That gentle smile just melts my heart.
To think my efforts can be such a good influence. Not that I'm trying to go on an ego trip or anything, of course. It's just nice to see benefits of my work.
Don't worry, I get what you're saying. But you can't just work all day, you know. That much stress could start impacting your health.
That's true.
She signs again, a heavier sign that just radiates exhaustion.
What am I supposed to do? I can't help it if there's a lot going on.
Well, let's just take it one step at a time, starting now. You can take a break right now. After all, it's club allocated time anyway. come on, you're supposed to be doing club activities anyway, not work.
Well...
She gives me a doubtful look and plays with the ends of a strand of hair.
Alright, I guess you're right. What do you want to do then?
Even though she's supposed to be taking a break now, Monika looks pretty miserable at the thought of not working. Is she really that much of a workaholic? Hopefully I can cheer her up. Your laptop's from a pretty good brand. But I'm guessing you've never played games on it?
That's right.
Are there any types of games you like playing?
I'm not really into games.
Well, what's the last game you played?
I never played any video games before.
What? Huh? Really?
You think I'll lie about it?
Ah, crap. She seems kind of annoyed now. Sorry, it's just that video games are such a huge part of my life. That's kind of a shocker to realize that it's not part of everyone's life. Monika signs yet again. I wonder how many times I'm going to make her a sign today. But you never played any type of video game before in your life? No arcades games or virtual pets even?
I'm afraid not. I just never really had the time to get into them. My parents are kind of strict too, so...
I never had to completely introduce anyone into the world of video games before. The prospect of doing so is exciting, yet frightening. Well, I'm sure there was a lot that would suit you. There's a ton of reading intensive and story-driven games out there. There are probably even poetry-related ones too. Monika raises an eyebrow, showing me a skeptical look. Look, hand over your laptop and I'll show you. Don't worry, I won't wreck anything, or anything, I promise. After a slight hesitation, she allows me to take over her laptop. Alright, what to start with? In the end, I settled on downloading an ultimate game for her. I haven't played many of these, considering that they're basically dating sims geared towards women, but Monika might get a kick out of it. It's a fairly silly one too, where instead of guys, you date cats. Not even anthropomorphic cats, just regular old cats. I load up the game and watch Monika's expression change to one of bewilderment to a glittery lavender title. As a glittery lavender title screen featuring photos of cats fills the laptop's display. A gentle, tingling melody sounds from the laptop speakers.
You're going for a boyfriend?
I grin at her and begin the game.
What did I just get myself into?
I've been asking myself that question for many of these mods. Something extremely fun and life-changing, obviously. As we read through the opening dialogue, I notice Monika's expression slowly relaxing. A sparkle appears in her eyes as the comedy and absurdity of the game starts to get to her. She even starts chuckling at some lines, although I can tell that she's trying to suppress it. But as we continue, I realize that she's nearly leaning out of her seat to look at the laptop on my desk. Here, let's move our desks together so it's easier for you to see.
Ah, good idea!
I slide my desk up to Monika's and move the laptop so that it's between the two of us. Whoa! Hello! Wait, it says, this is a work in progress. Sorry. It's kind of alright. But still, I actually like seeing that. But they said that Monika's story had to be cut from the final production, so... Anyway. By the way, I played through this game before already, so you can progress the text yourself now. Besides, you probably read way faster than I do.
Thanks, Onyx. That's pretty dope for you.
Now that we're sitting so close together, we're practically pressed up against each other. I can't help but think about how warm she feels against me. Sneaking a peek at her face, it doesn't seem like she's realized the situation we're in. Or maybe she's just used to it. After all, it wouldn't be surprising if she had a lot of experience with love. In fact, there are plenty of guys who would kill to be in my position right now. So maybe this is totally normal for her. Come to think of it, this might be totally normal in general. Maybe I've just been isolating myself from everyone so much so that I've been missing out on a regular high school life. I really don't want to end up a handholdless and kissless high school graduate. But it is really possible that someone could like me in that way. Well, I should probably just focus on the here and now instead of thinking about depressing things like that. At any rate, Monika's doing that right now. She's completely absorbed in the game.
What is this choice? How am I supposed to be treated between you two and Sakura?
I'm really glad that she's enjoying this. I don't know what I would have done if she ended up hating all video games. Just goes to show, seemingly perfect students are people too.
No, when you suggested that we play games together, I didn't expect you to show me a real thing.
Hey, I thought that a visual novel would be a good way for you to dip your toes into the waters of gaming. It's funny too, and I figured that the humor could help with your stress.
Well, you figure correctly, because this is actually really funny.
Anyway, more importantly, whose route are you going after? Like, who do you want to romance?
They're not real people, so it's kind of hard to say.
Just pretend that they're real people.
Well, I think I have to pick Kazuchi. He's really kind-hearted. It just
sorry.
It seems like he has the type to listen without holding any judgments. He's gentle, yet strong and reliable, so you get a feeling of comfort from him. Not to mention he's really smart too.
So I'm guessing that's your type then? Monika's cheeks faintly reddened at my words.
What'd you like to know?
Either way, you have good taste. His route is pretty interesting.
Hey, don't you spoil anything.
Alright. Just watch out for all the flags then.
Flags?
Yep, there are events and lines of dialogue that have heavily foreshadowing. For instance, because they told you something like, "You'll never leave me, will you?" That might be a death flag. Or at least something will probably happen in the future to separate the two of you.
I see. You never leave me, will you, Sonic?
Huh?
You better watch out for your independent doom now.
That's not what I ever expected to come out of Monika's mouth. That's not how it works, anyway. The death flag pops up for the person who says the line, not for the player or me, I guess.
My bad then. That line was being too cheesy though. I can barely keep a straight face while saying it.
To be honest, I wouldn't mind if Monika said that kind of thing to me more though. Really? Not a romantic type then? I said stop doing that!
Would you like to know?
Trying to be the mysterious type then, huh?
Hey! I'm not a visual novel character, alright?
You're the one to talk, Monika!
You can't just box a person into an archetype.
So you say.
Let's just focus on the game again. Sorry, Sonics. Sorry, lost track of the time. We should really get back to the show with Pops now.
That's alright. I forgot about the time as well. I guess that's a mark of how engrossing the game is.
The conversation wasn't that bad either.
Heh. Glad that my route isn't too boring. Honestly though, I'm really happy that you like the game.
Thanks for showing it to me. I needed a laugh in a silly game. I needed a laugh, and a silly game like that was just perfect. I like to think that I have a good sense of humor, and it's right, you hit the nail on its head.
Does that mean I have good taste then? How many times are we gonna do this?
Maybe.
Well, shall we get going? Monika nods, but then pauses a little.
Hey, X. Sorry that was a bit short with you before. If I seem intolerable sometimes, just know that it's not anyone's fault. It's just easy to get stressed with all the responsibilities I have to deal with.
It's fine, really. Everyone has their off days.
Well, thanks. Okay, everyone. Let's all show our Pops. While we still have some time left.
I really haven't thought about it until now, but Monika's kind of reserved, isn't she? She's definitely not shy. But I think that she puts a lot of effort into maintaining a certain image. I get the feeling that it might be hard to get to know her true self. Hey Monika, what are you up to? I approach Monika, who is sitting at a desk and doing some sort of work as usual. She responds to me without looking up.
Hi, X. I'm just finishing up some paperwork.
I slide into the desk beside her. I'm guessing that's for the club? Finally glancing up from her papers, she smiles sheepishly.
These are actually relatable to the club. I relate to the club.
Monika, did we just talk about taking much needed breaks yesterday?
I know. These are really important though. The forms I need to fill out as a class rep. I won't have time to finish them at home today, so I'm just doing them now.
How much do you have to fill out?
Not much more. I'm nearly done.
He lapses into silence as Monika's pen continues to move down the page. She's using a fountain pen. The dark blue ink shines brightly on the stark whiteness of the paper, dulling it as it dries. I wonder if I should have approached Monika, given that she's so busy today. Yuri has her head in a book, Natsuki's put it away in the closet, and Sayuri's disappeared somewhere. I'll just stay here for now. I don't think my mere presence would be that bothersome.
Alright, I'm done.
Oh, I was expecting you to have more to do.
I did say that I didn't have much more to do.
Right. What are you going to do with your newfound freedom then?
Not so fast. I still have to turn these in. Wanna come run?
Sure thing. Where to? Feel free for me to turn Monika down.
The faculty room.
After you then. We stand up and head for the door.
Yuri, since Yuri's going to go down supplies, I'm stepping out a little bit. You're in charge until one of us is back.
Startled, Yuri looks up from her novel like a deer caught in the headlights.
I'll do my best. Thanks!
I shoot Yuri an apologetic look and follow Monika out of the classroom. Yuri doesn't seem too happy with her new responsibilities.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Why did you put Natsuki in charge?
Well, for one thing, Natsuki's doing her own thing in the closet. And for another, Yuri's not unreliable. I guess she might have trouble talking if a stranger comes to the classroom. But I I thought that anything's going to happen while we're away.
Alright, makes sense. We round the corner in the hall. Monika seems to anticipate each turn a few steps ahead. I don't think I'll be remiss to assume that Monika spent a lot of time running errands to and from the faculty room. Speaking of Natsuki, what was she even doing in the closet?
I think it's been mentioned before, but Natsuki keeps her manga collection in the club room. Apparently her dad is pretty chill and gets manga or something. Anyway, have you noticed that the manga in the bookshelf is gone? That's because Natsuki relocated to the closet.
Isn't manga banned from the school premises? I know that it's out of sight now, but even so.
Oh, I was able to argue on Natsuki's behalf to the club advisor.
How many times, man? How many times are you gonna keep doing that, Monika?
I wasn't the big club president for nothing, you know.
Ah, right. Man, I wish you could argue for me all those times the teacher took away my manga.
The difference between you and Natsuki is that she doesn't read it in class. I never heard you commend the literary values of manga before.
Fair point. While we're on the topic of unconventional forms of literature, though, have you played any more of the future novel I showed you yesterday?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Were you expecting me to finish it?
Manga's guilty expression causes me to quickly leap to a surge of confidence. No, of course not. I was just wondering where you were at so I wouldn't accidentally spoil anything.
Oh, alright then. Consider as always, Sanix.
Huh, it's nothing. So you haven't played any more of the game then?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'll just tell you that there was more to the game than it would lead you to believe.
Oh? How so?
There's actually a darker side to the game that you unlock after you find all the normal endings. So once you finish it, I recommend that you replay it with that extra depth.
Interesting.
Yep, that dark side is actually part of the reason why I chose that specific game to show you. I guess it kind of shows how games aren't just mindless forms of entertainment. There are plenty that have more depth to them when you actually pay attention. I really dislike it when people write off games without trying them. Exactly! So people are gonna be like, "No, dude, this game is bad, just ignore it." Or like, "How do you know they're bad? Have you played it?" The dude's like, "No." And you know what they say? Don't knock it till you try it. Anyway, appearances can be deceiving, and most of the time, it's just people's prejudices getting in the way.
Well, Sanix, you're more like Natsuki than I thought.
Eh?
Come on, you just gave me a video. Come on, you just gave me a video games of literature sparrow.
Huh, so I did. Well, it's what I believe in, so...
Don't worry, I'm totally convinced. And I agree with your central premise. People's preconceptions often know their mindsets. Many people automatically express a distaste for literature and poetry without really trying to get into it as well. It's not boring when you try to figure out what the author is trying to say, nor if you try to appreciate all the techniques the author used to say it.
I guess that this is your writing tip of the day? I just wish that they did include that pose again.
I won't let you give up that easily. Just ready to share pose for a good one.
Well, I guess that was my gaming tip of the day then. Even though it didn't really have anything to do with actually playing games.
I guess it's a universal thing. Appearances being different from the content. You can say think that applies to people as well. Most people are made up of different layers.
Yeah, like an onion. I think that's a Shrek reference. We said, "Oh, girls are like onions. They have layers." When he tries to explain it to Donkey. Anyway.
Well, there are probably more political ways to put it. But yeah, like an onion.
We share a chuckle as we approach the faculty room.
I'll be right back.
I lean against the wall as Monika slips through the doors. And as she said, it's not long before she's back. This time without papers in hand. Everything good?
Yep. I don't know what I would have done if I had to do it all over again or something like that.
I don't think that you'll ever have to worry about that.
You never know. If I let my guard down and become sloppy...
I think that your sloppy work would probably still be better than my best work. Besides, even if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. There's nothing wrong with starting over.
Better to do it right the first time, though. I wouldn't want to waste any time, after all.
Well, that's true.
Anyway, shall we head back?
Fine by me. We start walking back the way we came, slower this time. Although Monika still walks with purpose, it seems like a weight has been lifted off her shoulders, at least momentarily. She's not in so much of a rush anymore.
What's up?
Oh, I was just wondering what other clubs are up to right now.
The Robin is busy preparing for the festival. It's a good opportunity to showcase all the talents of the club, as well as recruit new members.
That's true. That reminds me, Is our club not going to do anything for the festival?
Don't worry, I was going to talk about that during the club meeting today.
Basically, I don't even know anymore. But, can you please stop doing that, Monika?
Against my anything though, so you have to wait until then to hear about it.
Alright. Actually, you want to check out what the other clubs are doing in that case?
You mean spy on them?
Think of it more as inspiration.
Well...
A mischievous glint appears in her eyes.
We might as well scope out the competition.
It'll be our secret mission for the ages.
So, which club do you want to visit first?
Let's look at the track team first. I'm curious to know what they could put together for the festival.
Sounds like a plan.
We turn the head around to head in the opposite direction. This is interesting. As we walk through the halls, alternate patches of golden sunlight streaming in through the windows and cool shadows fall over us. One moment warmth, the next a slight chill. Our footsteps echo through the halls, at once loudly yet somehow comforting in its departure from the norm of bustling noise that usually fills the halls. A comfortable silence settles over us as we walk. It's a far cry from the banter between us when we were walking to the faculty room, but the silence almost feels more intimate. Through the windows, I can see the baseball team practicing in the distance. The newly setting sun bathes everything in a golden-orange glow. Soon it will be dark, and the noise of the city will return with the nightlife. But for now, it's all quiet. Peaceful. I used to seldom stay after school on my own accord, but now that I'm doing so, I have to admit, there's just something about empty schools. It conjures up an almost indescribable feeling, like time has stopped somehow. Especially in the afterglow. Especially in the afternoon glow. It's as if the empty school is captured in the snapshot of a sepia photo. The faint echoes of footsteps and distant doors shutting from those who are left seem like mere ghosts of the past day. I guess that makes Monika and I ghosts too. only we could just abandon all responsibilities and drift away. But that's just wishful thinking. Do you stay after school a lot?
Well, I've always been in clubs, so...
Oh, right. I was just thinking about how it's peaceful when schools are empty.
Yeah. It's a bit lonely, but at the same time, having more people around would ruin the peaceful feeling.
Yeah.
I've always thought that the golden hour was beautiful as well.
The golden hour?
It's that time right after the sun rises and before the sun sets where everything is tinted by yellows and oranges.
Ah, so like right now then.
That's right. I wish that lasted longer. But nothing gold can stay.
That's pretty poetic. Poetic. Depressing too.
I didn't come up with that myself. It's the title in the last line of one of Robin Frost's poems.
Ah, I see. I guess that explains why it's poetic. He sounds like an interesting guy though. I gotta check out his poems sometime.
His poems are really interesting as well.
By this time, we reached one of the school's back exits. Whoa! Hello! This is interesting. As we step outside, a cool breeze ruffles my hair and makes the ends of Monika's hair ribbon dance. It's kinda chilly, isn't it?
It is nearly sunset, not to mention we're in November right now.
I wonder if we'll have a white Christmas this year.
I hope so. I just love snow.
Shivering, we make our way towards the track, where the track team's club room and the sports equipment storage shed are close by. Oh, that reminds me. Isn't the tennis team doing anything for the festival?
We are actually. I'm class rep and president of the Literature Club though. So the vice captain's taking over those duties since I have to manage 2 events already for the festival.
That makes sense. You'd be swamped otherwise.
You should check out my class's cafe during the festival, by the way.
Only if you promise that I won't get food poisoning.
I'll mostly pay for your medical bills if that happens.
We quiet down as we reach the club room. However, even though we're quiet, the people inside the room aren't. The track team is as boisterous as ever, so much so that we can even hear snippets of conversation from outside. There seems to be an argument going on inside. Although, to be honest, I can't tell whether I'm hearing happy or angry outbursts. It's just the way the track team is. Loud. Monika raises an eyebrow at me, and I reply with a shrug. They've got a lot of energy, huh?
Well, they are the track team.
We slowly approach the door's window to peek inside. But before we can reach it, the door flies open with a bang. We flinch as the quiet is suddenly shattered by the voices coming from within the club room. Wait a minute! Wait, she looks familiar! Wait, who is she? Wait, Striker Josh was saying, who is she? I pray they go where striped stocking stashes out of the club room, turning her head to yell back at the team members.
Whatever! You guys figure it out then. I'm gonna hit the track before it gets totally dark.
She flings the door shut and turns towards the track, nearly running into us.
Oh crap! Sorry, didn't see you guys there. Help!
She looks kind of familiar.
That's fine. Wait, really? Is everything alright in there? Oh, them? Yeah, they're fine. We were just arguing over festival things. Were you guys just about to knock?
Kinda. We just wanted to take a peek and see what you guys are doing. A sparkle appears in the girl's eyes.
My day's never members are these new members I spot? We were just a bit curious. Curious about the team, right? Since you're gonna be new members.
The girl suddenly seems to be much more intimidating with her overbearing excitement. Well...
In that case, I'm at your disposal. Ask me anything.
Monika and I exchange glances. In that case... What's the track team doing for the festival?
Oh, about that. You guys want them in there. We haven't really decided yet. But how do you know that whatever we do would be really good? If everyone's as enthusiastic as you, then I'm sure that it will be.
The girl sighs. Her mood seemingly dampened a bit by Monika's words.
That's the problem. Not all of them are so passionate. Man, I wish there was a whole team of me's. Anyway, that's why we need more go-getters, like you two on the team.
I don't want to join the track team, but I feel like I'm going to really disappoint the school if I don't do it. Feels like I'm being swept up in a hurricane of excitement with her. Wait! I have the Literature Club though! Must resist!
I'm sure that you'll be able to convince them to be able to join during the festival. Especially if you're the spokesperson. Thanks. Oh shoot. Sorry, gotta go change so I can run before night falls. I'll see you at the festival.
The girl runs up with a wave and a smile. Somehow, I feel really drained after talking to her.
Too much excitement?
Yep, let's head back. I sighed once we're back in the school building. Same territory once again. No sports for me. Who was that girl anyway?
I think she's a third year. If I remember correctly, she's won a bunch of rewards for track.
Huh. I guess she's got a right to be so enthusiastic then. We headed back to the club room now?
Actually, is it okay if we take a look at the light music club too? They're the club that I'm most interested in at the moment. Aside from the Literature Club, of course.
Sure thing. Monika leads the way to the music room. It was mentioned the other day that she played the piano, so I guess she spent a lot of time in there too. However, the room is completely quiet when we get there. Guess they're not having a meeting today.
That's fine. Let's go in anyway.
Whoa! Just a piano. I think she wants to play a little bit. Anyway. She slides the door open as she speaks. The room is actually quite large and spacious. A variety of different instruments are stored in the room, and there are plenty of chairs lined up in neat rows. In the corner sits an elegant-looking grand piano.
Since the light music club is a meeting up today, let's make a little music ourselves.
Eh? What do you mean?
Come on, Sanyex.
With a smile playing on her lips, Monika grabs my hand and leads me over to the piano. She sits on the bench and pats the empty space beside her. Whoa! That's interesting. Anyway, when I sit down, I realize that we're close enough for our shoulders to brush against each other. That is, we're too close together for me to fully relax.
Do you play any instruments?
Huh?
Oh, no.
Not really. My dad tried to get me into playing the piano, actually. But his attempts kind of fell flat.
I see.
Yeah, sometimes I wish that I was more serious about it as a kid. That I would have had at least one talent by now.
Well, you can learn with me right now then.
Huh? Yeah, I guess you are right. She smiles at me as she lightly glides her fingers over the keys.
Do you remember anything about it?
Yep, I remember stubbornly refusing to practice and frustrating my father. I feel a bit guilty about the younger me's behavior every time I visit his house and see his piano. I remember where middle C is, at least. I position my hands the way I was taught to as a kid, and I struggle to recall more from within my murky memories. I was never really any good at reading music, but I can't play by ear either. So I guess you could treat me as a total newbie to this.
Well, I don't happen to have any sheet music on hand anyway. I'm no expert at it either, though. I only recently picked up the piano, so I can't play much. I really like practicing, though. You could say that it's kind of therapeutic for me?
That makes sense. I mean, the music can be really soothing. Monika's fingers start drifting across the keys again. The piano is really versatile too. Wait, was that saved by Monika? Yeah, it was.
The piano's really versatile too. I can be slow and methodical if I want, or fast and spontaneous. It's really just a nice outlet for emotions.
More so than poetry?
You can't really compare the two. But there are some things that you can't describe too well with words. The things that you just have to feel to get.
Monika closes her eyes as she slowly planks her way through a scale. She turns to look at me once she's done.
Isn't it crazy, Sonics? How humans have somehow evolved to want to create? How people are able to create abstract something out of nothing?
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't really know how to respond. This is me speaking to Yuri all over again. I guess it's kind of unique how humans are able to build up on other people's progress as well. Just like how you're using an instrument that someone else invented to create sounds that have never been heard before.
This is how civilization was born, eh?
Her hands move listlessly over the black and white keys as she picks out a melody. It's quite simple, but that only adds to its charm.
Why don't you try playing something?
I don't know how to play anything though.
Come on, there's just the two of us in here.
So it is.
It doesn't matter if it's any good, as long as you try.
So you say.
Let's play a duet. Just follow my lead and play it from your heart. Remember, I'm a beginner too, so it's not like you have a hard time following along.
You say that, but...
No buts.
Monika starts to play slowly but deliberately. She raises an eyebrow at me, and with a sign, I put out my long-forgotten muscle memory to the test. The sudden flurry of emphasis and furious notes bursting forth from my fingertips visibly shocks Monika. Just kidding. The discordant noise that sound from my clumsy fingers causes Monika to recoil a little. To say that this was a bad idea would be an understatement. I told you that I was bad.
I have to admit, I expected that you remember a bit more. All you need is more practice, though.
Right. Well, it's getting kind of late, so should we hurry back?
I suppose it is.
Monika slowly rises and I quickly shoot to my feet, embarrassed. But in my haste, I trip over myself. Yeah! The first thing I'm aware of is that the throbbing pain in my forehead. Jeez. The second thing I'm aware of is that the pair of brilliant emerald eyes only a few inches away from me. I instinctively jump away from her. My face begins to heat up. Ow! What happened?
You kinda knocked your heads together there.
Crap. Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Probably.
I'm really sorry, Monika. Are you sure you don't need to lie down or something?
Oh, yes. Are you always more energetic down to head injuries?
I'm
fine, really. Actually, I'm more worried that we won't have enough time to share bulbs. Let's hurry back to the classroom.
If you say so. But I'm gonna keep a close eye on you. Tell me if you're dizzy or have blurry vision or anything like that.
I said I was fine, didn't I?
Still,
Let's just hurry back.
we make our way back to the classroom at a brisk pace. I don't think people with head trauma are supposed to do that. But in the end, we make it back to the classroom in one piece. It seems that Sayori's already back as well. Monika rushes to the front of the classroom to gather everyone's attention.
Okay, everyone.
Meanwhile, I return to my seat and try to steady my breathing. Somehow, I don't think either of us will be bringing up what happened anytime soon. But for now, I should make an attempt at clearing my head. After all, it's home sharing time. Here we go. It's already Sunday. The day that Monika's coming over to my house to work on festival pamphlets with me. The day that one of the most popular girls in school is coming over to my house. We'll be alone together the whole day. The closer it gets to the time that Monika's supposed to arrive, the more nervous I am. I'm practically buzzing with nervous energy, and I decide to succumb to a last-minute cleaning frenzy. I'm not that much of a messy person, but living alone in a big house, I kind of let things go. The fact that I haven't had someone over in forever doesn't help matters either. Actually, that's probably where most of my anxiety is stemming from. A sudden ring of the doorbell startles me into dropping the couch cushions I was holding. Ah, crap! I lost track of the time in my panic. I tossed the cushions onto the couch and rushed over to open the door. I think that's... Wait, isn't that the same look that Monika had when she came over for that Christmas party a couple months back? I don't know. But anyway.
That's on next.
Hey. It's a little strange seeing... It's a strange feeling. Seeing Monika in casual clothes. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I kind of expected that she would show up in at my door in her school uniform.
Are you alright? You seem a little out of breath.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. We want you out as commissioner, would we? Well, your doorstep is a good place to work, I guess.
Oh, right. Let's head inside.
Lead the way.
I feel myself turning red as I let her in. Have I always been this awkward? What do you think? I'm just going to attribute my son's lack of social skills to a combination of Monika's casual clothes and being alone in the house with her. Is that all you bought? Although Monika said that she'll bring all the materials today, she's only carrying her school bag with her. When you going to bring these, like, art supplies and... Were you going to bring things like art supplies and paper?
Nope. Yeah, maybe we need it right here.
Eh? As we sit down on the couch, Monika slides her laptop out of her bag and places it on the coffee table.
I was thinking about it last night when I we're just about to start out all the materials. Would it be such a hassle to write everything out ourselves? It will look that professional either, right? So I decided to just do everything digitally. Sorry for not letting you know earlier. I figured that you wouldn't be too bothered about it anyway.
That's a pretty good idea. If this is going to help speed things up and improve efficiency, I have no objections. I don't know if I have enough ink in my printer to print out that many pamphlets, though.
In that case, how about we go to the library to get everything sorted out? I know one nearby that makes high quality copies, and since I go there a lot, they gave me really good prices too.
Sounds like a plan. I watch as Monika quickly opens up a pamphlet template in a text document.
Let's see. The way they fly, after each of goes an eye, right middle, and jump.
Are those the poems we're reciting for the festival?
Come to think of it, you never told me which poem you wanted to use.
Good thing I had the foresight to prepare for this. Oh, I ended up settling on one I found online called Acquainted with the Night.
Ah, the one by Robert Frost?
Ha, I'm not surprised that you know it. But yeah, that one.
Good choice. I'll just look up the poem right now so I can copy and paste it on the document.
Her fingers fly definitely over the keyboard as she works. Guess I'll end up not doing much today.
I'm curious to know why you specifically chose that poem though.
I should have expected that Monika would ask that. Time to whip out my literary thinking cap. And first of all, I guess I just liked how it sounded. There was a certain rhythm when I read it that made me keep wanting to read it more.
You're talking about the big timber, right? When the stressed and unstressed syllables of the words alternate to create an almost musical beat?
Yep, that's right. It's almost like a song or something, the way it works. I also kind of like the themes of the poem. You can say that they'll kind of resonate with me.
Oh, how so?
Well, the poet was inspired by his experiences with depression when he wrote the poem. And although I have never had depression before, I can relate to the feelings of isolation and uncertainty in it.
Those feelings are quite universal, aren't they?
Yeah, you can say that.
You should talk about poetry more, Sonics. I can see you being really good at literary analysis if you tried.
Well, maybe. Wait, are you calling me a slacker or something?
I'll just go there how I see it.
I'll have you know that I do try. When I need to.
I hope that includes today's work.
Yeah, of course.
I guess that concludes today's poetry discussion of the day.
Now we only need is an okay, everyone, and we really feel like a club meeting.
Yeah, are you making fun of me?
Not at all.
Only teasing. I do say that a lot, don't I?
You can call it your catchphrase at this point. Monika puts on a pouty face that almost gives me a heart attack with its cuteness.
It just makes me feel organized when I say it, okay?
Hey, nothing wrong with catchphrases. It seems that while we'll be talking, Monika's been working at lightning speed to finish everything. I guess there's not much for us to do if we're doing everything digitally, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of formatting everything correctly and writing some short informative blows. It's helpful having someone to bounce ideas off of. By hindsight, you probably would have been more help working with someone else.
That might be so, but I have my reasons. And I just wanted to work with you too.
Aw, thanks, X.
Don't mention it. Anyway, everyone else seems like they're pretty capable of handling their work. I mean, baking, artsy atmosphere and stuff, and picking out presents. These are all in those guys' fortes, right?
That's why I'm not too worried about the workloads. I think that everyone would try their best both because they take pride in their talents and because they want the club to succeed.
I don't think anyone would want to let their friends down. Let down their friends either, right?
That's true.
How much is there left to do?
I finished the cover page and a description of our club, along with different sections dedicated to each poem.
She turns the laptop in my direction to show me. Displayed on the screen is a smartly designed, minimalized pamphlet. Photos relating to each poem's themes are placed in a way that draws the eye to center on the poetry.
What do you think?
Wow, it looks really professional. Have you ever taken a graphic design class before?
No. I've just had a lot of practice. My brother is lead designer of a large film, so maybe it runs in my blood.
I wouldn't doubt it if that was the case.
Do you have any suggestions, though?
I don't have much of an opinion on the art and design. Not that you need any help on that front, anyway. But as for the pamphlet's contents, how about a program guide, so that the audience can follow along more easily?
Hey, yeah! What words should we all recite in?
Given that you're the president, you should probably go first. And since Natsuki doesn't really care about performing in front of strangers, how about we have her go next? So that she can get it over with. Know what I mean?
Sounds good to me!
The soft sound of keys clicking fills the air as Monika starts modifying the pamphlet again. Yuri's probably going to be the opposite of Natsuki and want to delay the inevitable as much as possible.
She is pretty shy. I don't think she wants to go last though, because then all the attention would be on her. So how about we put her second to last?
Fine by me. I'll be fine going last then.
Alright, so that's me, Natsuki, Sayuri, Yuri, and for our grand finale, you!
When you put it that way, it kinda makes me reluctant to be last, you know?
No, you're fine.
While you're still editing the pamphlet, how about you add in short bios of each of us as well? I think that would make it more welcoming for the audience if they get to know the people who are reciting better.
Oh! That would make the club seem more welcoming for any potential members as well. Another great idea is expected, X.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. You're the one doing all the work.
That is true.
Hey, you're supposed to deny that.
How about you carry all the pamphlets back from the shop then?
Hey, not bad. Not bad. You got yourself a deal. A few conversations filled with pamphlet suggestions, critique, and idle chit-chat later, Monika's finally finished with her work.
Does everything look fine to you?
She scrolls over the pages for me to scrutinize. Definitely, I'll join a club with this level of professionalism any day. And I'm not just saying that to be nice either.
Well, that's a relief.
Swiftly pulling out a USB stick, she saves the document on it and closes her laptop, slinging her school bag over her shoulder again.
Alright, let's go over to the library now.
I glance over at the clock as we head out. A few hours have passed by, and hopefully we can get everything else completed quickly so we can hang out without the thought of the work looming over us. I feel bad for making Monika do pretty much all of the work, but this kind of thing really is more suited for just one person to do. Maybe I should have helped someone else. Oh well, they can probably handle themselves. Plus, I got to get closer to Monika today.
It's a nice day. It's a nice day, isn't it?
It really is. The sky is a clear blue. The sky is a clear blue, but only a few wispy clouds scrolling across it. And although it's sunny, there's a cool breeze to ensure that it's not too hot out. Yeah, it's a good sign for tomorrow's weather. Wouldn't want the festival to be on a rainy day now, would it? We lose all the outdoor food stalls.
Ah, the food stalls are always pretty good, huh? It's actually kind of surprising how well these stewards can actually cook.
Yeah, usually you expect that steward-made food would be kind of messy and either over or under season. Now I'm hungry for homemade comfort food. I haven't had anything in a long time.
You don't eat a whole wanted, son? Whole wanted?
No, I pretty much always eat it. No. I pretty much always eat at home. My mom works aboard a lot though, so I have to cook for myself.
Oh, so that explains why you were alone this whole time. Is your cooking not very good then?
Actually, I'm not bad at it since I've got a lot of practice. To be honest, I'm just too lazy to put in the effort to buy tons of groceries and take the time to cook. I eat pretty unhealthily.
Subjects, you need to take care of your health. We can't have a club member down now, can we?
I guess not. I offer up a sheepish grin that Monika chuckles at. How's your cooking, Monika?
Oh, I'm okay.
Don't be humble. You're probably a master chef or something.
I'm really not.
You're pretty much good at everything, and you're a top student, not to mention a top athlete to boot.
You don't need to boost my ego like that, you know?
Hey, it's just the truth. Since you're already so involved with school activities, are you going to run for the student council? I can definitely see you as the president there.
That's something that I've actually been considering. It would definitely make my parents happy if I could do it. I'm not sure if I have the time for it. There's a lot of responsibilities attached to the role.
Right. You already have tons of things on your plate. I didn't mean to make you feel pressured or anything. Just wanted to say that if you ever run for student council president, you'll definitely have my vote.
Thanks, Alex.
I'm a sucker for that radiant smile of hers. If she ordered me to kill someone with that smile, I'll do it. Just as long as it's not my favorite dokie. Okay, that might be an exaggeration. Yeah, you think? We're in town. By this time, we walked into the city. I've just been following Monika all this time, since I have no idea which library she was talking about. She said that it was supposed to be close by though, right? Looking around, I don't see many buildings that seem particularly library-ish. As we cross the street and head towards a tall and imposing building, I decide to ask her. Hey Monika, where are we going?
To the library, remember? Don't tell me you forgot that, right?
Hey, give me a little credit. Give me a little credit. I meant where in the city.
Not far from school, actually.
Really? Because we're downtown right now, in the opposite direction of school.
Huh?
She stops dead in her tracks, making me nearly bump into her. Her head tilts up as she stares at the building in front of us. I follow her gaze to look up at it. It has a more modern design. It stretches up at least 8 stories tall. A bright blue sign emblazonized with the title Q-Man, Math and Language Study Center, labels the building above the doorway. Q-Man? Isn't that infinitely strict cram school that spits out almost an equal number of broken failures and geniuses successes? I've never gone to a cram school before, and I'm extremely glad that I've never set foot in a Q-Man. Why are we here though? Monika? My voice seems to bring Monika back to reality.
Sorry. I seem to have led you the wrong way.
She quickly spins around and begins marching back the way we came.
That's it, Abby, Son X. We need to hurry back to get to the library before it closes. It closes pretty early compared to other places.
What's gone into her? Hold on. Stop! Monika! I lunge forward and grab Monika's arm, pulling her away from the crosswalk. A second later, a car speeds by, the blaring sound of a horn trailing after it. Above us, the red light of an open hand, a universal signal to stop, glows. Whoa. Man. It did say work in progress, as you see there, so yeah. I hold her close in my arms, my breathing shallow and rapid, my heart being a tattoo in my chest. I wouldn't doubt if she could feel my heartbeat against my chest right now. The blood rushes through my ears, and for a few moments, I can't hear anything, only feel. We stand alone together, amidst the rushing of the city, the rushing of my blood. Monika is warm in my arms, and that warmth comforts me. The warmth of her being alive, and with me. I realize that we're both shaken, and with some effort I steady myself to try to give her something solid to lean on. We seem to spend an eternity standing there. But then reality comes crashing back down again. The noise of the busy city returns. It seems strange that the world still goes on without a care even after such a close brush with death. Monika!
Thank you.
I'm just glad that you're okay. You are okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
The feeling of relief pervades my body. It seems strange that I cared so much about someone who I've only known for a few days. No, actually, it's not strange. Because we're friends, and friends care about each other, right? Although maybe, well, I should just see how a friendship develops before I get ahead of myself.
I'm glad that you were here to make sure I was okay, Son X.
Ah, of course. What happened anyway? Why were you so upset?
I wasn't upset. I don't know. I was just a bit flustered. I don't even know why I was flustered.
Does it have something to do with that Q-Man building or something? Monika stiffens up once I mentioned it.
You can say that. That's my cram score right there. I have cram score every day, so I guess I just been conditioned to work straight there. My brain just switched to autopilot.
I see. Well, it wouldn't be strange for that to happen. Do you not like cram school?
I just have bad memories associated with it. I guess it's kind of silly.
No. I'm sure that if it shook you up, of all people, then it isn't silly at all.
Thanks, but I should be stronger than this. I really don't mind cram score in general. It's pretty effective at boosting your grades, since it basically forces you to study.
I'm not sure if Monika's lying to make me feel better, or if those are her true feelings. Either way, this is a side of her that I've never seen before.
Anyway, mind if you let me go now?
Sorry. I quickly drop my arms and step away from her. My face is glowing red now, but I just couldn't help hugging her like that. I guess my protective instincts overwhelmed me at the moment. Monika smiles faintly at me, still looking a bit rattled. How about we take a small break before we continue?
That'd be great, Son X.
It looks like we're at a park or something now. We may need to do a few streets before we settle on taking our break at a small park. Well, they call it a park, but it's really just a small section of a street that has a few more trees and shrubs than usual, along with a public bathroom. Strange how we were chatting and laughing not that long ago. A somber mood has settled over us, and I find myself preferring to keep quiet. It seems like Monika's feeling the same way, so she doesn't make any move to speak. Hey, there's a vending machine over there. You want something to drink? I'm hoping that maybe something sweet can cheer her up at least a little bit.
Sure thing. I'll open the door for you.
No sweat. I was going to get something for myself anyway. What would you like?
A can of coffee would be fine, thanks.
Well, maybe something bitter can cheer her up then. I decided on melon soda for myself. Hopefully it's watermelon. And then quickly return with the drinks.
Thank you.
We sit in a comfortable silence and slowly sip out from our cans. It is a quiet section of the city. Only a few groups of the elderly and a jogger or two populate the park. This peaceful moment is the perfect thing to calm ourselves down with after all the excitement from before. After a while, I drain my can and languidly stretch as I stand up from the bench. You done with your coffee? I can throw the can away for you.
Yeah, I am. Thanks.
I toss the cans into a trash can and can't help but let out a yawn. I'm kind of sleepy after that.
Maybe you should buy coffee for yourself too.
Maybe. Anyway, guess you should lead the way to the library then.
Hey, I think that there's actually a shortcut that we can take from here.
Monika looks a bit happier now, thankfully. We set off into the city again, but this time through an area with narrow streets that are dotted with trees. We're far from any places with heavy traffic now, thankfully. After slipping through a few alleyways and making a detour through a residential street, we arrive at a small but modern-looking library. Hey, I recognize this street. We really are close to the school.
Hey, you should tell me on these matters. I'm a regular here, so you can be sure that I know where I'm going.
She says that, but she actually had it when she first led me into the city. That unique smell that bugs have hits me in full force as we step inside. Although the weather outside wasn't too hot, the air conditioning in the library was still quite chilly. Bookshelves upon bookshelves of various novels and referencing material nearly line the walls. Monika rings a bell at a desk. An employee quickly bustles out of a back room to help her. I start wandering through the library as she speaks to him. It seems like they're quite familiar with each other, as I can even hear them exchange jokes as she hands him her USB stick. It makes sense that she be a regular here though, since she probably needs to pass out tons of handouts for all her leadership positions. Speak of the devil. That was fast.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the librarian to print out all of our copies. Don't worry, it shouldn't take too long.
Ah, I see. I'm just thinking about how you're involved with everything at school. You're the captain of the girls' tennis team and former president of the debate club, right?
be happy with my position as president of the Literature Club now.
I don't know how you manage everything and still get good grades.
Yeah, and I'm the class rep too.
Man, do you ever stop to smell the roses?
Oh yeah, we have time to do that.
Maybe I'll buy you some so you have to smell them.
Well, what a Casanova. I'll take more than one cheesy line to it'll take more than one cheesy line to charm me though.
Where did that line come from? I don't know. That was smooth. At least for me it was.
Anyway, looks like our payments are done, so let's pay for them and get going.
We head for the counter where a tall stack of pamphlets lies. That'll be $27.75, please.
Oh, I should probably get my wallet out for this.
Monika opens her school bag and digs inside for a moment. She lifts her laptop out of the bag and searches through it again with one hand. There's an awkward silence that starts to stretch out as both the employee and I watch Monika.
It's right, Brennan here.
Oh boy. Her face has gone pale now, and it looks like she's flustered all over again.
It seems like I left my wallet at home.
It's fine. I'll pay for it. I hastily pull out my wallet out of my pocket before Monika can say anything.
Sign the X. You don't? Well, I'll pay you back on Monday.
Don't worry about it. I've got your back. It's only $20 anyway.
More like 30.
Oh well. Like I said, you don't have to pay me back.
Are you sure? I really feel bad.
I'm definitely sure. I don't go out very often anyway, so I have a lot of pocket money saved up.
Ah, thank you. You really saved me there, X.
No problem, really. It looks like the librarian is relieved that the situation's been diffused as well.
I'll carry all the pamphlets then, since you're the one paying.
No, we already agreed that I'll carry them all, right? We made a deal and everything.
At least let me carry half of them. I was going to take half of them home anyway. I was going to take...
Nah, you drive a hard bargain. Alright, if you insist.
Hey, that's the least I can do.
By the time we start heading back to my place, it's late afternoon. Monika's carrying her half of the pamphlets in her school bag, while I'm using a plastic bag for mine. The day really flew by, and faster than I would have expected it to, given that we're supposed to be working all day.
You know, X, I'm really glad that you decided to pick me to help.
I didn't really end up doing anything, though.
Don't shortchange yourself. You did all that you needed to do today. Plus, you gotta save me twice there.
Oh, it's fine, really. As your friend, I'm here for you.
Thanks.
Monika clears her throat a little before continuing.
To tell you the truth, I wasn't exactly excited for you to help me with that at the beginning.
So I guess that my hunchback was correct. What changed your mind?
Don't get me wrong, this was only my gut reaction.
So your distrust of my abilities runs that deep, eh?
You know what I mean. I only thought that for a moment, alright?
Alright then.
My reaction? It was probably because I've been let down by so many times already. All my life, I've always been the one to take charge in group scenarios to get the work done. And after a while, I guess everyone I worked with realized that they could slack off and leave everything to me, since I always get things done.
So I guess that you're just so used to it that you automatically expect it to happen.
That's right.
You shouldn't stand for that, though. You should be telling these people off.
I can't can't help it. I never care. And I always care too much. This is just how things are.
Well...
Don't try to lecture me on this, Sonic. After all, weren't you one of those people not too long ago?
Oh, that's right. I've done the same thing before, too. Back when we were in the same class, I been in a group project with Monika once. She'd taken over as leader immediately, delegated tasks efficiently, and picking up the slack when needed. I just assumed that she preferred doing most of the work, given that she put out the best work out of all of us anyway. I feel kind of ashamed of myself now.
If I wanted this to stop, I would have to change the way society itself works.
I won't say anything else to antagonize her for now. I'm not brave enough to do it, and I don't want to ruin the mood with an argument. Especially not after she just pointed out my own shortcoming.
Anyway, after I thought about it, I realized that I should have actually been happy that you offered to help me. I mean, even though I'm kind of popular, most people don't actually help me with things like that. They just assume I can handle it, and since I usually like to take on the hardest work myself, that gives them less incentive to help.
As I thought. You worked too hard, Monika. I'm glad that I got to help you today, and that I got to help take a little weight from your shoulders. Even if it was just a minuscule bit of weight that I helped relieve, I'm happy that I had the chance to do so.
Thank you, Sonic. Even though you call me reliable, are you the reliable one here? Haha.
It's nothing. I sheepishly scratched the back of my neck. My head, sorry. Hey, looks like we're back. I guess we're finished for today, then.
I'd like to hang out a little more. But...
She checks the time on her phone, then signs.
I have cramp school in a bit, so I have to get going now.
Oh man, really?
Yes, really. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow. Well, thanks for everything today.
See you on Monday, then. Monika waves as she sets off in the other direction. I really hope she gets there safely this time. As I watch her leave, I have a strange feeling that I'm forgetting something. Ah, crap! For all the excitement today, I totally forgot to ask Monika about Sayuri. I feel like an awful friend now. I should be there for her. It's too late to ask Monika now, though. I can just barely make out that swaying, brown ponytail in the distance. I'll just text Monika about it tonight. Hopefully she'll be out of cram school by then. So that was all Monika's parts in DDLC Blue Skies. That was quite something, though. Very interesting to say the least. It was actually a very good story with MC and Monika and everything. I just wish it was fully done so I can experience it for real. But I'm gonna let you guys know. When I come back to this, I don't know how long it's going to be, but the next time I will play this, I will go through the other choices that I did. The opposite of those choices I did for Natsuki. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I just want to find a better outcome with Natsuki and everything. Sonic 17 signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Say hello, everybody. Happy birthday, Monika. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to me so you'll check out the rest of my content, and you can also check out the videos you see here on the screen. Happy birthday, Monika.